It's a very emotional day for us in Bleach, people. I can't. It's been too long. We've had so many precious memories of it, but we will always cherish it in our hearts. Let's have a moment of silence, though, for Aizen's chair. The thing has lasted us so long throughout this war, and it's given us so many memories, but even Aizen giving his last words to the chair saying, "Thank you for getting me out of that incident, chair." Wow, Aizen, you couldn't say some nicer words to your fucking old dear chair that's been sitting your ass cheeks on for the past 2 years. Like, come on, man. But no, I've got to say, chapter started off pretty fucking strong when you get to see you watch coming out the front doors of this little thing going do, and just Aizen's just sitting there in his fucking chair going, "I'd like you to welcome you to my soul society." I mean, if that's the intro you're gonna get and your watch is just there yucking it up, enjoying it, and it's like, okay, alright, Aizen's in the midst right now, let's see what he's got to say. Meanwhile though, we did get to see a bit of Uryu. He was there with Ryukin and Ishin, and it pretty much seems like they were there for the same reason that what we saw the Fullbringers. What we saw with Ryukin, he just gave this little tiny bit of an arrow, which is the ash wallen that was used upon it at Quincy. So that was the main reason, the very silver, he went from his mother. So we got the explanation why he kept operating on his wife, and it was because one day he wanted this weapon to actually kill your watch with, and he was like, this is the one thing I can do it. So pretty much it's this is one of the only weapons that they can think to use that can actually kill your watch. So it's shoot this arrow, you're the one that should do it. So now we got there's a weapon that seemingly can kill your watch or really damage him. Whilst that was happening, we had another kind of little speech with Ichigo and Renji, and it was just I'm going to share something with you guys, come on, and all that, as you're slacking behind, decides to fucking nut him one in the face, and he's like, look mate, and all that, you finally, you closed the difference between me and Rukia, all those years ago, and you've, helped save us, countless times, and, I came to a conclusion, Ichigo, that at a time, even that you were, unable to push forward, that I'd place on my back and carry you the entire way if I fucking had to, and all that. So for my sake and yours and all that, I don't want to ever sound sappy and sentimental ever again, so get your ass moving, Ichigo. That's the whole point. And just, we don't get to see it, which I wish that was something we saw, but we saw the destruction of poor Aizen's chair, and he was just there rolling around, and he's just you know what, I now have the means to actually stop you, as just releasing his Ryatsu to the entirety of the shambles of Soul Society. And he's just honestly, do you think it'd be in the best interest to stop Soul Society? He's like, no, I have my own agenda, I don't give a fuck about Soul Society, and I'm just gonna get rid of anyone who tries to get over my way and just tries to rule me out of it. And it's just no, you don't fuck with him. And Ichigo immediately going charging in with Renji's the swinging sword. Ichigo, that didn't work last time, when you used the Bankai against him. Isn't there supposed to be some strategy, now that you literally had the advantage? See, this is the difference when he went against Aizen the first time, when he went to, actually come out of, the fake Karakura town, and the first thing he did, he went all out and did a Getsuga, right from behind him, and he knew from the start he had to do a hollow version, and that would be the only thing that could damage him. Why don't you do the same thing here like that? Or why didn't you just go all out tight? That slacks like that for something I can see a future, but it's it's just some ways, even though, I thought you were on the run here, you would have thought of something, but not only that, and it's just oh, I already seen it all and all that, that you'd come back here, and that you'd get your blade back again, only to have it shatter again in your hands. Oh my fucking god, really? It's Ichigo, you literally, Tsukishima literally just put sticky tape on it for you, just a few, literally last week, and it's already cracking again, that, and he's just I plan to, have that, completely destroy it just now, but it seems like you're annoying, persistent good fortune, and it's just now they're coming to face again with Aizen in the midst and all that. So this is the thing, with Aizen, it's how much, is he gonna be in the way of this fight, or help? That's the question, is he gonna finally unleash, his true power, some Bankai, and he's no, I'm gonna do this, and we're finally gonna get some hidden reasons about, Aizen after all this time. So, we're gonna get an explanation why he did everything, but it's just I've seen so many people already when I checked, okay, what do a few people think about this chapter, and just everyone's oh my fucking god, Ichigo, why can't you keep a sword in fucking check? And it's just why, that's the thing, it's just why jump head in again? Why? like, that's the thing is, like, I'm more, the thing is, though, I'm not more angry at that, I'm more upset that we lost the chair, to be fair. I like that he mentioned it a little bit. I like Aizen's like, oh, that little chair and all that, oh, like that, and it's just like, you know, like, honestly, it's like, the fact that it's like, you know, like, with Tsukushima saying, like, your sword would never broken, all that. Why do you say it, like, never be broken again, all that? But it's like, yeah, your Bankai is not a very good Bankai if it's just keep getting shattered like that. I'm not gonna lie. You might want to take that back to fucking the DIY store, you know, and get a bit of sticky tape, put, like, a WD-40 on it, like, put it in there, some super glue, like, you know, it's like, fuck me, like, this Neapolitan ice cream cone that he's got there, like, it was like, can it just stay fucking still and just not break? I mean, the only thing that, like, really annoyed me is that, like, with this, is, like, he should have done the same thing that he did with, like, Aizen. Like, he honestly should have, like, gone out for strength and all that, like, because he's clearly learned from going against him the first time is that you need to fucking pull out all the stops and that you need to actually do some damage. You can't just, like, swing the thing at him and expecting that someone that can see the future works, but fuck it, if you're gonna try and do it and all that, like, try and catch it by surprise, because maybe, like, his future, or seeing future is, like, can actually only see one person at a time. Like, if that was the case, it's like, yeah, that's what you can do. And it's like, well, why didn't he break it like, fully again this time? But he was like, oh, you're rather annoying, persistent. So maybe that might be a limitation to it, that maybe he can only really focus on someone's future like one or two at a time. Maybe there's like three, like even three could be like perhaps his limit right now. But I honestly don't see Renji doing a lot of jack shit in this fight. It's just like we saw, like, clearly last time, it's like a bit of Zabimara just got crushed in his hands. Like, you're really gonna do anything against your watch? Like, I like, honestly, I'm just happy to have Aizen back in the story. Like, just to be fair, like that, I've missed that smooth voice bastard. Like, and just the fact that now chair is gone. It's like the chair has become a person. And now we got Uryu as well, seemingly making his way up there, and he's probably going to be a better asset to fight. But it's like even still, it's just like there are stuff still wrong with the chapter like that. It's like, although it's like it's been the same for me for like every week, whereas like not last week's one, the week before that, I really didn't care for that one when Ichigo was like, oh, it's over, everything's gone and all that. Then like last week's one, it was like, it was better and it was improved, and it's the same thing with this one. It's better than last week's chapter, but like, you know, that's mainly because Aizen's just sheer charisma and just how much of a fucking character he is and all that. Like he's such a fucking badass. Like, that's just the sheer fact. That's just like, Ichigo, why did you expect that attack to work? Why did you honestly expect? And it's just like, oh, now I'm pretty sure everyone's expecting, oh, he's going to go into depression again. His sword's getting cracked. Oh no, here we go. No, it's like, please don't, Ichigo. Please don't go down into depression. Although it took you a chapter to get over it, but you know, like, maybe, like, who knows? Like, we've got to consider as well that manga's ending and, you know, pacing as well is a thing where we probably would have had like an entire chapter or two just having you watch an Aizen fight, which I would have fucking adored. But, you know, regardless of what and all that, it's still something you consider. But I enjoy the chapter. I have issues with the chapter though still. Like, still, I think the score is like, it's a positive chapter. But it was mainly that ending with Ichigo that, like, really annoyed me. Like, any time that you watch, and like any time that, you know, like Aizen was on screen, I really enjoyed it. And like, you know, we did get some interesting stuff about Ryukin or Nishin, like finally getting in the Arrowhead. Although it sounds like they're not really going to be a big part like anymore. Like, this is just like, this is the only thing they came to come here for, like, to deliver something, which I really hope like they at least have one like little hurrah or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, it's just like I hope that isn't the case, that just like Ishin and like Ryukin just became to be fucking delivery boys and just like, here you go, here's an arrow, yeah, you finish it, bye. You know, I want to see a bit more Ryukin, man. I want to see a bit more Ishin, like, but who knows, maybe we might see some cool Aizen shit coming in. So overall I think it's a 6.5 to a 7. Like, that's me. I personally, like, it's been like an upward thing where it's been slightly better than every week. And like I said, I think Aizen completely stole the show, like he always did. But then again, Ichigo's the problem in the chapter. But it isn't as like the one thing is though, Ichigo was not as like annoying with the whole thing of it shattering than it was last time, because at least now his he's got a shocked reaction, but it doesn't look like he's gonna fucking give up again. So at least that's like something on it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about the chapter? I know a lot of people are very mixed on it, and I think honestly if it wasn't for Aizen, I think a lot of people would have been trashing this chapter. So you know, personally I do enjoy it, but I am very just mixed on it. But I think the positives way over the negatives a lot more in this chapter. That's just my personal opinion though, so I'm very curious to see what you guys are in the comment section. But that's all for me. Thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys though next time.